Who gave this bird the right to look like a vampire, act like royalty, and still be endangered like it's the last unicorn? No, seriously. In a world full of parrots trying to be rainbow-colored influencers, there's one that just showed up in full gothic glam. Blood-red wings, a black cloak of feathers, a face as bald as a worn-out coconut, and a stare that screams, "I saw what you did and I'm not surprised." It doesn't chirp for attention. It doesn't blend in. It just quietly exists, judging the forest like an ancient gatekeeper who's been around long enough to see the rainforest go from untouched beauty to endangered chaos. There's a bird out there that looks like it belongs on a villain's shoulder, eats like a picky toddler, and rocks a mohawk that makes rock stars look homeless. And yet, you've probably never heard of it. Let's fix that. Because this isn't just a bird, this is the Dracula Parrot. And no, it doesn't suck blood. But it will suck you into its story, feather by feather. And spoiler alert, it's better than half the fictional characters you've rooted for. This rare creature is officially called the Pesquet's parrot, but let's be honest, Dracula Parrot sounds way cooler and way more accurate. Found only in the remote, misty mountain rainforests of Papua New Guinea, it doesn't just live off the grid, it lives off the entire social radar. This bird is the definition of, if you know, you know. And most people don't. It doesn't tweet. It doesn't scream for clout. It doesn't want to be in your vlog. It just exists in peace, floating from fig tree to fig tree like a living shadow with feathers. Let's start with the look. Jet black feathers that shimmer dark gray in the right light. Bright crimson chest and underwings that flash like sirens when it's in flight, like a warning from nature itself. And then there's that head. Bald, slightly hunched, and perfectly still, like it's processing ancient knowledge or silently judging your poor fruit choices. That bald head, not an accident. Not a bad molt. Not bird alopecia. It's strategic evolution. See, this bird doesn't just eat fruit. It inhales it. Specifically figs, squishy, syrupy, sticky figs. And when you spend all day stuffing your face into fig mush, feathers around your face, yeah, those become little sponges of disaster. Nature said, nope, let's keep it neat. So the Dracula Parrot evolved a clean, vulture-like head to avoid the fig facial. Practical. Clean. Zero mess. 10 out of 10 hygienic decision. And speaking of eating, this parrot is a specialist frugivore, which in plain English means it's a fruit snob. Not just any fruit. It won't settle for apples or bananas like your pet bird back home. It needs certain fig species that grow at high elevations, and if those aren't around, it would rather go hungry than settle for subpar snacks. It has preferences. Standards. And it's not about to lower them just because the forest is getting chopped down. Respect, and don't expect it to chill in flocks like your average chaotic parrot. Nope. Dracula parrots fly in pairs or in very tiny groups, 3 to 6 max. No forest parties, and no screeching bird gossip. Just focused, low-key, gliding through the trees like feathered phantoms. And oh, when they fly, forget the frantic, jittery chaos of most parrots. The Dracula parrot glides. Slow, powerful, quiet, you don't hear it coming. You don't even know it passed you until a red flash disappears behind the trees like some ancient jungle guardian. It doesn't flap. It floats, with purpose. Let's talk about their call, because this is where it gets even weirder. If you expected a majestic screech or haunting cry, don't. They sound, how do we put this politely, like a goose caught in a plumbing pipe. Their voice is a nasally rasp, like a kazoo with trust issues. It's not melodic. It's not intimidating. It's awkward, but in a charming way. Like someone who looks intimidating but squeaks when they sneeze. Size-wise, they're big. Almost a meter long, including the tail. That's around 46 centimeters of body length, not counting the tail drama. But they're not heavy, just long and lean. They've got a strong build, but not bulky. Just enough to glide, perch, and look disappointed in your fig supply. But here's where the story gets rough. They're endangered. And not in the, oh, maybe we'll protect them someday way. More like, blink and they might be gone, endangered. Reason number 1, habitat destruction. The Dracula parrot lives only in specific high-altitude rainforests in Papua New Guinea. Not in zoos. Not in cities. Not in your backyard aviary fantasy. Their home? It's being logged. Cleared. Exploited. Because of mining, agriculture, and the usual humans being humans reasons. And when the trees go, so does the fig buffet. And the parrot, reason number 2, feather trade. Yep, those gorgeous red and black feathers. People want them. Tribes use them for ceremonial purposes. Some are sold on black markets. And although it's illegal in many cases, poaching still happens. Because people see something beautiful, and instead of admiring it, they try to own it. And here's the gut punch, they're hard to breed up. They lay one chick at a time. One. And even then, they nest in tree cavities that are becoming harder to find. So not only are they disappearing, they're doing it slowly and silently, like fading smoke in the jungle. Their numbers are dropping and most people have never even heard their name, and no, they don't make good pets. Not even a little. In captivity, they get anxious, stop eating, get depressed. They shut down. This is a bird that's deeply tied to its environment. No mist, no figs, no rainforest, no parrot. It's that simple. You can't just cage up a Dracula parrot and expect it to be fine. It's not your average tropical decoration. It's a creature of the mist. So now you know, yes, there's a Dracula bird. No, it doesn't bite. Yes, it looks like it would roast you with one look. No, you can't have one. Yes, you should care, because this bird is cooler than half the people you know and way more endangered than it deserves to be. Anyway, if you made it this far without secretly wanting to be a Dracula parrot in your next life, bold of you, go ahead, tap that subscribe button. Don't overthink it. It's free, no feathers required, and who knows? Maybe one day when the Dracula parrot is flying through the forest judging humanity, it'll pause, look up at the sky, and whisper, "Yeah, that one's cool. They subscribed." Don't disappoint a bird that wears red better than 99% of us.